I think that everybody, no matter who they are, has been affected by the pandemic in some way. And I think that the fact that it's been going on so long has turned what was a stressful situation into chronic stress for a large majority of the population. Even people that maybe didn't lose their jobs or didn't have any sort of major personal issues during that time, just that consistent never knowing what's going on next, never knowing if we're safe, never knowing when it's all going to end, has taken its toll on everybody. And chronic stress leads to all kinds of issues, and one of them being that sense of feeling like we're languishing, like we're just not quite ourselves. So I, like everybody else, found myself languishing after a couple of years of living with the pandemic. And I felt the normal tools and strategies that I've used in the past to look after my mental health and stay resilient weren't quite cutting it. So I went a bit deeper and I explored a bit further, and I started adding things that I hadn't personally been doing, and it really made a big difference. And so then I started putting it all down on paper. What exactly did I do? What worked? What didn't work? Why did it work? So I just thought I want to help other people who might be going, what is it I need to do? I feel it, because that was me. I feel like I'm doing all the good things that I know how to do, but it wasn't enough. It wasn't helping. So I wanted to share some of that, and also some of the science behind it, some of the stats. My idea is to help maybe educate people on some things that they might find helpful, but also inspire. I think we want a bit of inspiration. I want to inspire people that we can turn this sense of languishing around. 2021, they did a survey in Australia where 55% of people said that their mental health had been negatively affected by the pandemic. That was in 2020, sorry. By 2021, that had jumped up to 65%. And then when people were asked, do they have any signs of pandemic fatigue? That jumped to 80%. 80% of the population. And probably the saddest statistic of all is that people that were already trying to manage a mental health issue, that jumped to 95%. So it's real, it's out there. So those stats are telling me that we're not bouncing back, but then my concern is we're telling ourselves there's something wrong with us. That's why we're not bouncing back, when it's like, no, this is collective, there's a reason for this, and it's going to take a bit of time, but it is possible. I really believe that, knowledge is one thing. There's plenty of knowledge out there. If just knowing what to do was the answer, we'd all be fine. But it's being able to execute that knowledge, and what might be getting in the way of being able to execute that knowledge and create the change, the habit forming and so on, and how the brain works. I really want to help people understand that so they can take that next step from knowledge to wisdom and doing. So you can get tickets online. You can just go to Humanitix, Humanatix, and just type in mental health reset, and it'll pop up there, and you can grab tickets online.